Evening. Hi, Charlie. Charlie, see, they be after Champions League night. Me say, me tiasie the tia Chelsea for the say. Say Enzo Mares can form a Champions League night. I want tiasie. See, the kind of atmosphere, the kind of level of excitement, the level of belief, any feeling. Champions League, the mark for the serious. Hi! Nah, it was serious. See, and then you make Champions League, I'm share match, Charlie, teams are solid. And the way a game snake corner, you can't help but really enjoy what goes on in there. Say, yeah, Madrid and Arsenal, but the kind of enjoyment that you get from there, the kind of football about teams you know about how before see ever start the match, we knew the story of Madrid. Sending Madrid in the Champions League game last season. Thomas Tuchel then they buy a team they call them. We didn't expect. Say Thomas Tuchel lead Alfonso Davies a shot way go. Madrid buying out through. Then Madrid does their thing. So it's that euphoria, it's that excitement, it's the way the Champions League seems to pan out for all of those things now. And the man get very, very excited. And today, before it started, you could tell. Now Obieka. So we asked on you, the tension no bro. For no can say palpable. Again, Mamindi can cast him as any at so boys now which are code no him somebody. Yeah, they Fiifi-Manfred as you know, they be boys need every other day. When the crana who did and fancy be and when the out say next day, you know, like any day it was so papa and what time you see besides what the Europa League conference, you know. But that is the thing now, Azi. I mean, I know the tier boss here analysis now you shouldn't with sleep provide. I mean, usually me banner many it's because you work very hard to make sure that the codes are solid, and when you go and stick, you win something. And then here Azi today we make a show codes in the description him wait my join Fiifi-Manfred WhatsApp, Fiifi-Manfred Telegram, Fiifi-Manfred Twitter, Fiifi-Manfred Facebook. Go and enjoy something and make sure so being your big carry show. And you remember it's need 22 or 10 or 5 or 3 solid codes. That boy is needed. Because it is proper analysis, no emotion, nothing. Just pure analysis. Watching the game, analyzing it, looking at data. See, over here, we do analysis to the level of temperament. It's the level of details that they say you money I say Fiifi-Manfred. I mean, so where we need be there, congratulations to you and to all of you know. But now me can't how palpable the tension was in front of the Santiago Bernabeu. Before the match the started, me a video of say Madrid for Nangaza. A posty how on team bus and arrived towards the Santiago Bernabeu stadium. Now, banana no omubaro. Police car ebianim. And I start paying for horses no. It didn't change. Then literally ushering the Madrid team towards the Santiago Bernabeu. Boy, Madrid phone knew exactly what they were doing. In this morning, when I said on the issue, I said the plan for Madrid was to intimidate Arsenal and then make the game more emotional than tactical. I wasn't wrong. And that is what Madrid phone here. You might get me emotional. And by the Champions League, you beat me over 23 goals. But what people didn't understand is that over the years, I've called it against Madrid because all of these managers that played against a certain Real Madrid team, you know, these managers have been better. Me, I've said it several times. When Josep Guardiola went there, 2 occasions, he was better, tactically, emotionally, everything. For Jose Mourinho, for Pep Guardiola, the biggest problem was the emotional part of the game. He didn't fit it. As Omar, because we had 2-2, La Masia, Bucks, Catalonia boy, it really affected him. He wanted to win. You could tell that Thomas Tuchel, he took his emotions out of the game. Emotionally understand, mentally very tough. And was cycling the boys into going. But yes, I believe Madrid just don't stop believing. And was a last season. Got a job done. But Mikel Arteta take his sandbox and they can at the beginning of the season say, maybe you don't understand what Mikel Arteta does. Maybe you don't understand the kind of coach Mikel Arteta and what this Arsenal team have been doing. In 78 games, no team in the whole year's national more than 2 goals. It hasn't happened. Say Mikel Arteta team no a big game. Now I show him 2 goals more. Doesn't happen. And when the game began, Oshe how the game swung. Madrid for the came into on person Babeshe Bono, on person impose your more match. And one thing that also really interested me was that tifo. There was a tifo of Madrid for on stadium one. Now already the inscription in Spanish are, you understand what intentionally, there is no spirit. They intentionally creates an atmosphere, and it can be done artificial. It has become natural because they believed it. They wrote in Spanish. I'll try and read my native Spanish because I don't know how to speak Spanish, but essentially, Fabrica de los Sueños has el nostro real, and translated loosely in English as dream factory, make our dreams real. Tifo, atmosphere, walking into the terrain. But Arsenal were weirdly calm. There was a picture again I saw of Miles Lewis Kelly. Before Arsenal for the Bible match. What Miles Lewis Kelly has done was that if you know Miles Lewis Kelly, there was a time I was going to TikTok and then my TikTok follow Mobisa in confirmation council we are from saying then now here what's your dream life. And I'll say Mammy no share no catch on so the Miles Lewis Kelly. And the biggest challenge is that he wants to keep his boy grounded and play football. From then I've taken some interest in a branch of friend Miles Lewis Kelly. Miles Lewis Kelly at Santiago Bernabeu staircase now different you descended from dressing room makeup park and so on. And I want friend in my in a bush your phone on your chatting also. Calmness before the game. In fact, there's this Arsenal account very close to the team was reporting saying Mikel Arteta catching the boys to say Ombesi will be home together like talking. Obianco alone. Obia ain't taking it in. Opa for a family. Talk about the things and how you've gotten to this point in your life as a player and how that has influenced you. And Nuna Mikel Arteta and the boys here in preparation for the game. Looking at how they can really immerse themselves in the game. Look at how they could get something out of match against Madrid for because it was no mean an opponent than the Real Madrid team. And yes, Madrid for were making it difficult. Tifo is solid. One of the best tifos that you can see on the night. But on the day, Madrid Arsenal for understood that they needed to be calm. There is nothing else that you can do in some match. See, you start a whistle. You could tell also from the starting lineup of Carlo Ancelotti. One year against Obabe Bobo na be control Bobia on Fiifi-Manfred with Luka Modric Manase Bibi. No. The game plan from Carlo Ancelotti was that Yinyabona, quickly let's go. Yenko, Emien Chenso, Emien wasted time, Emien take 2 or 3 chances. So from the off, Madrid wanted to come. But this is what I realized on Arsenal. Mikel Arteta's game plan was simple. Don't overplay, and I'll tell you how that went on and how Arsenal for one mistake pen Arsenal for conceded are going in throughout the game. But Mikel Arteta's plan from especially because Madrid for were telling people as Sebai or something like this in the first 15 to 30 minutes now being integral for them. So Mikel Arteta's game plan was that Mobia overplay. In fact, in that space of time, don't go short and go short passes. And press and body field heavy. Bolong. You see Gabriel Martinelli. Bolong. You see what's his name? The boy from Sociedad. Bolong. Mikel Merino. Bolong. And that is where Arsenal began to grow. They were getting things because someone did 48 through men before it come and press. They will go long. They will flick the ball to Mikel Merino. El Horn got some corner kicks. See, me, I did not see that penalty firsthand. Our boxing from Abrantia, a friend of Fran Garcia, initially. But by the time I realized, now, Vanna Frey, Francois Letizier, c'est encore touchline on him. And Koshe va monitor so no BBSC. Few minutes. BBSC. You watch the game, watch the replay, look at how now Raul Asensio, for somebody who is a Madrid star, big game for him or pursue winning, he will not let anything off the cuff now. you could tell that he pulled Mikel Merino down. And in pulling Mikel Merino down, Arsenal in your first penalty. Now this is where the whole drama unfolded. And I think that the game actually sprang to life. That was our point on. Because Monane Katre Bukayo Saka said, Saboy, your boy Panenka. That was Santiago Bernabeu. Few minutes into the game, your ball first half can read. In fact, your ball half of first half. Okobo Panenka. Debi. Kobo Panenka. And I think that with all of the things that we hail Bukayo Saka with them, Adebayo only ASR aura and then ability to handle pressure. Because Euros final, bam, same thing over here. Bukayo Saka doesn't have it. And I may say penalty and I say, Kai, the whole Madrid stadium was awakened. I say, Jatada. No akwakonya then they say, hey Charlie, and then there, you bet me besi what I say, you bet think Kofoniti and Madrid phone style coming. Mikel Arteta's game plan was spot on. Nobody should go and stress anything. Let's stay in the game as long as possible. And then make sure say Bibia come out. Stay in the game. And you you making sure say you be free margin. And I loved how Arsenal played. And in the second half when Arsenal controlled the ball, Bukayo Saka shane goal, penalty from Jude Bellingham, of course, 9 penalty on them. Then everything that went on with Arsenal, second half, the kind of football. Unless you don't understand this job, I can several times say Edumano, Ebia, se won't and a woman in Kofo, Ebabe can seme so many so much catch up. So you soon Madrid and what have you? No. It's you understand the job, you know what the job is made of. You get to do the job. And then now my prediction for the game. This is exactly what I said. This is what I said. Exactly. Yeah, when Thomas Partey was solid. Yeah. Yeah. I said it spot on. No, I told you it's possible. Madrid didn't reach them last now. Exactly. See, Inter also went through. And that was a very, very good one. Guys, now me out watching that. There more in-depth analysis and me really Arsenal for more enjoy. Everybody I'm watching. Take care. Bye-bye.